Already. Okay, we with Ruben knows, as everybody in Canada and New York, he's better known as Stonegoat, as I say in the different interviews and Ball stuff. Dribblers. You were there for the foundation of Ball Dribblers?
Yes, I was there. It so happened I happened to be the first captain of Ball Dribblers. My father allowed us the house, the outer section in the house to keep meetings because he never really wanted me to be strained too much going nowhere. So he always encouraged bring your friends home.
Mm-hmm.
So it so happened he allowed us to use our home to keep our meetings.
Mm-hmm.
The Ball Dribblers was happened to be one of the first youth, I have to use the word youth clubs in Cipriani Street because there was an older club with older fellas by the name of Blackpool.
Mm-hmm.
But Ball Dribblers happened to be one of the feeding clubs, one of the clubs that Cipriani United was formed from.
Yeah.
And we did fairly good in competitions. We never win nothing as such, but we played for the fun of it and because of the love for the game.
Well, Ball Dribblers, because of the flair, in covering the different people who move on, people not forgetting Ball Dribblers for some reason, right? Now, I know Ball Dribblers didn't stay around long, but Ball Dribblers came with a different, it was different sailor, right? Now you also had guys with names of English players. How that come up, or guys on their own decided to do that? Garancha, Dennis Law, and Nobby Styles, and where that come from?
Well, some of our players, the Tates, Alfred, Fitzroy, Rocky, they always follow the English league.
How come you didn't have a name?
I didn't used to follow up the football, the English football, and I never really liked to make myself be somebody big in the sport. I like to stay behind.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I never talk about myself as such. I just try to do what I have to do in a proper way, and most of the time I'm the leader, so I always try to be positive, try to do the right thing, and try to have everything in order.
Well, I always kind of follow you, but I didn't know you were the captain of Ball Dribbler. I
Yeah,
thought it was Boki.
Ball Dribblers had three captains over the years.
Yeah.
So happened, Reynold Hunt was one of the early captains, and in the late half of it, Fitzroy Tata got
Yeah.
the captaincy because everything was in order at that time. So Fitzroy didn't have to do much because the foundation was already there. Everybody knew what they had to do, what they not to do, and that is how it was.
So, as a man who see all the eras of the football, how you merit the teams? We had Ball Dribblers, we had Blackburns, we had the Blackburns, we had Blackpool, we had Who Cares. You never play for Who Cares, right?
No, no. Who cares? Who cares? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Who cares were the social fellas? You have to put it that way. The social fellas from higher up the road. And they didn't want to be in the team. Somehow or the other, they didn't want. So they formed their own team because they were the social people.
Yeah, there was a difference in the whole setting. So, looking at the competition, I want to get your perspective on what you think about the competition, the teams around them, because you were around with the Dodgers, the Blackpool, and stuff. How you look at the competition then?
Well, Dodgers, it so happened that was the senior competition.
Mm-hmm.
Blackpool, Dodgers, they were the top team. It so happened Dodgers happened to be one of the top teams in the senior division. We, Ball Dribblers, we were in the junior division because this, the guy that used to run, Chimuk. Chimuk
Run the
runs,
competition.
he took care of the competition. And we were in the junior competition. We were not in, ball dribblers were not in winners row as such, but we always, Cipriani United was formed in 1968, early part of 1968. As a matter of fact, I want to feel it was formed in late 1967. I want to feel so because we end up playing Super League in 68 or something to that
No,
effect.
Super League, you know, we played
That was
in
later.
69. We went over.
After. Now it so happened Cipriani United was formed and we brought out a brand of football that Morvant never saw before. Fellas, these young guys, much younger than I am, play football Christmas Day. And after watching the 1966 World Cup, these guys from my blocks decided to do what they saw in this 1966 World Cup. And they were perfect. Our team was, Cipriani United was a perfect team. We had the perfect team. We played that competition in 68, 1968, unbeaten. We didn't lose no game. All the prizes and trophy that the league gave out, Cipriani won every single one of them. They are the persons that felt that Cipriani shouldn't get the ratings of being the best team in Mumbai, but we prove it because we promote ourselves. We join the competition, like Cipriani United, and beat all of them.
Ruben, in terms of the teams, as I say, you saw all era of the football in Mova, of the competition. If you had to call, let me say, a top 5 teams in Mova, how would you call? You don't have to call them in merit. You could just call them because. So you could call the top 5.
The top 5, well,
Yeah.
I call him the best. I will try to call him in merit because Cipriani United is the outstanding team in my view.
Well, you gotta explain why, if you're gonna, because right now, the way it is, based on consensus, it end up being between Cipriani and Dodgers. So you would have to tell me what's the difference, how you give Cipriani the nudge over Dodgers.
I would give them the nudge in the sense that Cipriani was a young team, came out at the time. Dodgers, they were veterans and they're in the game long time. They were older men as such. But the brand of football that Cipriani brought to the table makes it simple as the best. And there is no other team that has the record of playing unbeaten in the competition. That competition was in Mova for years, and there was no team ever to play a
Are
season.
you sure about that?
I'm quite sure of that. No other team, because there were 4 teams, big teams in Mova. Dodgers, Manchester United, a team by the name of 100, and Blackpool. These teams were winners. These teams were winners, and none of them ever play a season unbeaten. When Dodgers and
Oh, you made
Dodgers,
the order again. You say
Cipriani
Cipriani,
United,
oh, go ahead.
Dodgers, 100, Eagles, Merrymen.
Okay.
That's 5?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, all these teams were champion one time or the other. They were champion. They were winners. And but the standout team is Cipriani United.
And what if someone tell you that it's perceived to be a biased thing?
Feel is biased, I mean, I have no problem, but I talking from the facts. You have the facts there. No, none of these big teams, Dodgers, Eagles, 100, Manchester United, these Blackpool, these are the big teams that rule over the years. It had no Cipriani United, it was ball dribblers and other teams. And since Cipriani United come on the scene, for the first year, the 1968, we beat everybody. We won every trophy the league gave out. Most discipline, most goal, and everything else. All the trophy that was given out. No team ever did that before. So based on that, that is why I want to feel Cipriani United better than the rest. Because none of them, these big teams, don't have that kind of record behind them. We had national players based. We had Cebu, Victor Mogil, Aaron Cebu, Lance Dillon play for the represent the East Zone, and the goalkeeper. Where we were so outstanding at the police club tried to snatch our goalkeeper, and we just decided,
It's all right.
you know, we don't want that. And we had very good players, so we were outstanding all the time. We had players playing for top clubs. Alwyn McGill was on the national team that same year that he left to go to Canada. And his brother was on the national team. Victor Errol Cebu was the captain of the youth team. He went on to play for the national team. And Gabriel represented East at Keith. Then we had Christopher Williamson. He is one of the best, most skillful players I have ever seen. Christopher Williams. Yes, I would say it again. One of the most skillful players in Trinidad. I'm going too fast to say in Trinidad. The guy was so skillful. That is one of our players. Represent fire services. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, well, Stoney, I want to thank you for the time you gave me on the information, and wish you all the best. All right.
I am willing to put out any information truthfully.